Welcome to the military baron. If every army has accidents, consider an army more accident-prone than any other army. According to some, it is the most unlucky army in the world. According to others, it is the most incompetent army in the world. A deadly fire in a top-secret submarine. An explosion in an ammunition depot at a military base. A missile malfunctioning and exploding at the missile test site. The only aircraft carrier in its possession burned 2 to 3 times. We can list many other events. So whose army is this? The Russian army is known as the country that has been involved in the most military accidents in the world at the moment. After the disaster of a nuclear-powered submarine, many analysts began to think that the Russian military was incompetent. As a result of the researches, it is thought that an environment where many accidents occur due to Russia's willingness to take risks and the use of an outdated military infrastructure due to their culture. What country would knock a crane over its only aircraft carrier? Of course, the Russians knocked down a heavy crane on the only aircraft carrier they had. Of course it was an accident, but this aircraft carrier is now known as cursed. A huge hole in the ship's runway, sudden power cuts at the dock that maintains it, fires, many other events happened to this aircraft carrier. The dock, which was last maintained and repaired, has become completely unusable. Whether Russia is unlucky or incompetent is still a matter of debate, but the latest incident in its navy has upset the Russian navy. The mysterious ship worth £307 million built by Russian leader Putin to carry his hypersonic missiles has surrendered to flames. It was also revealed that there was a loss of £225 million on the burning ship. In the middle, where almost the entire ship was burned. In the incident in St. Petersburg, fire broke out on the mysterious £307 million worth ship Pravourny, which was intended to carry lethal Mach 9 hypersonic missiles. It was determined that the fire broke out during the construction work on the ship. After the fire, £225 million of damage occurred. It was stated that there were no weapons and crew in the secret corvette. However, sources from other countries said that 3 crew members were injured. It turned out that the hull of the ship was intact, but its superstructure and substructures were completely destroyed. The areas where the smoke and flames rose from the ship, which is under construction, were also reflected in the camera. Security forces launched an investigation into the incident. As a result of the investigation, interesting facts emerged. Detailed investigations after the fire in Pravourny, the second ship of the Project 20385 class built by Russia for the Pacific Fleet, confused the minds. The possibility of sabotage in the fire in the corvette, which is planned to be equipped with Caliber, Onyx and Zircon missiles, is focused on. Before the fire broke out in the Pravora corvette, the second ship of the Project 20385 class, which is under construction at the Severnaya shipyard in St. Petersburg, on the coast of the Baltic Sea, Russia. A mysterious person is seen in the camera records, and it is said that the fire broke out in the area where he was seen. While the fire was initially on the upper deck, it grew and engulfed the entire ship. It was stated that the chimney and the wheelhouse became unusable in the fire, and 3 people who responded to the fire were injured. Built at the Severnaya Verf shipyard in St. Petersburg, one of the country's largest shipyards, the corvette was scheduled to be completed by the end of the year and join the Pacific Fleet. However, it is thought that there will be a delay in this calendar with the damage assessment work to be done after the fire. It was noted that the possibility of sabotage was focused on because there was no work on the day of the fire, which Russia initiated an investigation, and because of the camera recordings. The Russian corvette Pravourny caught fire and was severely damaged. The fire is said to have started there on the rudder section first, then spread to the 4th and 5th decks. As a result of a strong fire, the structure of the frigate, which was under construction in an area of more than 1,000 square meters, was damaged. It is known that the first combustion center was about 80 square meters, but in less than an hour the area of the fire increased to 300 square meters and after a while to 1,000 square meters. It is said that the Pravourny corvette was on fire until the morning and could not be intervened. Many questions arise about the circumstances of the fire, as it was announced that no work was being done on the warship, which was under construction at the time the fire started. The construction of the ship was actually completed, but experts believe that in reality its restoration after such a strong fire will be impossible. The estimated cost of the Pravourny corvette can range from 20 to 30 billion rubles. Its construction took 8 years. It is said that after the fire, the ship will be completely dismantled and a new corvette of the same type will be built with the remaining parts. The supersonic missiles Zircon and Skircon, which Putin plans to carry, are called unstoppable. Since the missiles could not be transported by normal frigates, corvettes such as Pravourny were produced. These new types of corvettes were recently deployed to the Russian Pacific coast. The Russian government recently authorized the full-scale production of Zircon missiles at a production center near Moscow. Tests showed that the missiles were very successful. Russia first launched the 7th Project 20380 Starygashie-class corvette on 12 March at the Severnaya shipyard in St. Petersburg. Rativy, the 5th ship of the class built at the shipyard, will be in service with the Russian Navy's land fleet. It will be the first Project 20380 corvette to join the Black Sea Fleet. 2 additional Project 20380 class ships are currently being built at Severnaya shipyard and 2 more are being built at the shipyard in Russia's Far East. 3 advanced Project 20385 and 20386 variants of the class are being worked on or sea trials are underway at Severnaya shipyard. Speaking at the launch event, Russia's Deputy Defense Minister Alexei Krivoruchko said that Severnaya shipyard expects to receive additional orders for Project 22350 or Admiral Gorshkov-class frigates. 2 of the frigates have entered Russian Navy service and the other 4 are in various stages of construction at the St. Petersburg shipyard, but the minister did not specify how many new ships will be added to the order. Accidents are by no means limited to the Russian Navy. An ammunition depot containing tens of thousands of artillery shells exploded at a military base in Siberia, killing 1 person and injuring more than a dozen. Then, a missile engine unexpectedly exploded at a military test site in northern Russia, killing 2 and injuring 6. Russia also experiences plane crashes and other incidents common to other armies, including the United States. After detailed scrutiny by U.S. military analysts, Russia is said to be pushing a truly outdated infrastructure to keep up with or gain parity with the U.S. They are pushing their fleets and forcing their armies to perform in a certain way, often beyond what is safe for them, given the age of equipment and the age of infrastructure. However, it turned out to be a culture of aggression and risk-taking, pointing to some of the close calls made by the Russian military when performing dangerous maneuvers in the air and at sea. The Russian military has a risk-taking culture that the U.S. does not have. You would never let a U.S. pilot fly low over a Russian ship. The career of the pilot immediately ends. That's why nothing happens to the Russians. We'll see what happens in the coming days. We have come to the end of another video. You can support us by liking the video. You can easily follow new videos by subscribing. I wish you all happy days. See you later.